What defines a community beyond its landmarks and other distinctive physical features? Communities are fundamentally about people, their traditions, and their shared history. Santa Barbara is rich in all counts, boasting an extraordinary store of cultural and social capital. Yes, the area is uniquely beautiful. Its stunning natural treasures and urban charm are literally world-renowned. But those of us fortunate enough to call this place home know that it is the people, gloriously diverse, hard-working, and devoted to their families and neighbors, that make Santa Barbara a one-of-a-kind wonder. We regularly see their talent and commitment on stage, in classrooms and university research facilities, and in the unique customs grounded in our shared heritage, from fiesta to summer solstice. We also see the power of our people in the region's vibrant business and technology sectors, which increasingly attract the nation's best and brightest and lead the way in innovation. And in recent years, we've seen it in the remarkable local response to the sequence of tragedies that have befallen our beloved city, from wildfires and mudslides to the conception disaster and the pandemic. Given their severity, any one of these calamities would have been enough to stagger a lesser community. But this is Santa Barbara, so after each fresh bout of adversity, we got to work. We banded together to help our neighbors dig out and start over. We raised money and collected food for the less fortunate and the afflicted. We supported our ailing small businesses and rallied behind our healthcare professionals and first responders. Through it all, our combined determination and compassion never flagged. This mettle, this grit, this insistent kindness and generosity, these are what makes Santa Barbara a world-class city. To the country and to the wider world, we say Santa Barbara is back and better than ever. My congratulations to the winners of the 2020-2021 South Coast Business and Technology Awards. I'm John Palmentary.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020-2021 South Coast Business and Technology Awards. My name is Janet Garufas, and my co-host for today's SCBT ceremony is Kirsten McLaughlin. We're thrilled to be here and privileged to serve as co-chairs of the SCBT committee. And we would like to thank the incomparable John Palmentary for that wonderful lead-in presentation, and thank each of you for joining us today. As you know, we were forced to cancel last year's South Coast Business and Technology Awards ceremony, and today we are back celebrating leadership and innovation in our local business and technology sectors, albeit virtually, and we expect to return to an in-person SCBT format in 2022. Since 2001, proceeds from the South Coast Business and Technology Awards have funded scholarships for local students studying business or technology-related fields at area colleges and universities. To date, this event has generated almost $2.5 million in scholarships for more than 900 students countywide. Remarkably, despite last year's cancellation, 84 students received a total of $225,000 from the SCBT Fund in 2020, thanks to the generosity of our sponsors. We thank you.
None of this would be possible if not for the tremendous effort of the members of the SCBT committee, whose names and companies appear on your screen. They did a tremendous job this year despite some very difficult challenges. We are also truly grateful for the support of our corporate sponsors, some of which have been involved with the Business and Technology Awards since year one. Our presenting sponsor, Montecito Bank and Trust, is an especially notable example. The bank has been a generous supporter of this event and the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara for literally decades. We greatly appreciate Montecito Bank and Trust's visionary leadership and generosity. This year's 5 award sponsors are Bartlett Pringle and Wolf, California State University Channel Islands, Cox Communications, JP Morgan Chase, and Union Bank. We would also like to recognize our director-level sponsors, and a huge thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors today. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the following presentation about this year's presenting sponsor, Montecito Bank and Trust.
Perseverance.
Creativity.
Leadership.
Courage.
Education.
Reinvention.
For many, these are the backbone of success and the catalysts that inspire each of us to do more, to challenge the status quo, to pioneer new paths forward, and to simply ask, what's next? Since opening our doors in 1975, Montecito Bank and Trust has endeavored to make these the backbone of our success. From reimagining our digital banking so you can keep doing you, and offering loan applications and answers in minutes, not days, to providing financial education and security awareness to residents, young and old, and listening closely to what our communities need so that we may answer the call in whatever financial or volunteer way we can. 46 years later, our more than 240 associates continue to uphold our long-standing commitment to making the communities we serve better places to live and work each and every day. In celebrating both the honorees and the students receiving scholarships today, it is organizations like the Santa Barbara Scholarship Foundation that encourage us all to think about what's possible with a little perseverance, creativity, leadership, courage, education, and reinvention. As the largest locally owned bank on the Central Coast, we are proud to stand with and in support of each of you, our communities, our residents, and businesses, and we're eager to see what we can learn from each other and accomplish next together. Montecito Bank and Trust. Behind every great community, a great bank.
Our thanks once again to Montecito Bank and Trust. Our first accolades this evening, the Rising Star Honors, will be presented by my colleague representing Cox Business, Michael Andrade. Michael?
Hello, I'm Michael Andrade, Manager of Sales Engineering for Cox Communications here in Santa Barbara. At Cox, it's not just business, it's personal. We are deeply dedicated to investing in our community. This investment takes two forms. Investing in the infrastructure that enables the smart homes, businesses, and cities of today and the future. And investing in organizations that help our community thrive, our schools, our nonprofit organizations, including the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara, and our local businesses. We offer leading-edge technology solutions for companies of all sizes, from startups to well-established corporations, because we know that our whole community benefits when our local businesses succeed. At Cox, we embrace innovation and new ideas, and are proud to partner with companies that bring exciting new technologies and business models to our community. On behalf of Cox Communications, I am very pleased to present the 2020-2021 Rising Star Awards, honoring firms that have excelled despite their relative young age and are on the cusp of breakout success. These rising stars are bringing fresh thinking and new energy to our South Coast business community, promising both increasing commercial success and technological breakthroughs with far-reaching applications. The 2020-2021 class of Rising Star honorees are Nomad, The Final Company, and Well Health. Launched via crowdfunding platform Kickstarter in 2012, Nomad specializes in premium travel accessories for smartphones and other personal electronics. Its founding ethos, exulting in the spiritual primacy of the inveterate traveler, guides the company to this day. In the words of co-founders Noah Denzel and Brian Hahn, Nomad is more than a brand. It's a frame of mind, and a design philosophy, and a community that values adventure and living in the moment. Nomad's first product, Charge Card, was a portable USB cable shaped like a credit card. Today, it's a multi-category company whose products include cases, cables, wireless chargers, and other tools of the modern Nomad. In its quest to achieve lasting portability, the company prides itself on using the finest materials available. In keeping with its global outlook, Nomad products are now sold throughout the world. Launched on Kickstarter in April of 2018, The Final Company creates and markets sustainable alternatives to single-use plastic. The company's origins can be traced to founder Emma Rose Cohen's environmental awakening as an undergraduate at UCSB, where her early pollution-fighting efforts included leading a group of friends, dressed as mermaids, in what would become a popular beach cleanup campaign. Several years later, and after earning a master's degree in environmental management and sustainability from Harvard, she launched her firm with Final Straw, a reusable, collapsible straw. The product's early buzz led to an appearance on ABC's Shark Tank, where she received 2 offers and declined both. Today, The Final Company offers an array of foreverable products, including wipes and cutlery. True to the company's animating passion, 1% of sales proceeds are donated to various environmental causes. Founded in 2015, Well Health is the nation's only digital communications platform, enabling secure, multilingual messaging between patients and healthcare providers via text, email, telephone, and live chat. Rated the country's top patient outreach solution by KLAS Research just this year, the company's technology helps 200,000 plus healthcare providers facilitate more than 1 billion messages for 37 million patients annually. In recent months, Well Health has helped healthcare heroes facilitate some 5 million COVID vaccine appointments, about 4% of vaccines administered in the U.S. to date. The company was named a Best Place to Work by Modern Healthcare last year and was recently ranked number 10 on Forbes' Best Startup Employers list. Remarkably, Well Health has achieved more than 100% cumulative growth every year since its founding and has grown from 75 to nearly 200 employees in just the last 12 months. Please join me in celebrating Well Health, the Final Company, and Nomad, SCBT's Rising Star awardees for 2020-2021.
Congratulations to this year's Rising Star honorees. What an incredible group. Hello, my name is Christy Glanville and I serve as the board chair for the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara. Thank you very much for being with us today. As mentioned earlier, the Scholarship Foundation's association with this event began in 2001. Since then, our partnership with the South Coast Business and Technology Awards has yielded nearly $2.5 million in scholarships for Santa Barbara County students. We are very grateful for your support. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with our organization, the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara provides scholarships that enable county students to attend college and vocational school. In the case of college students, our scholarships support graduate as well as undergraduate study, including medical and law school. In fact, the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara is the nation's largest community-based provider of college scholarships. We have cumulatively awarded more than $135 million to over 55,000 Santa Barbara County students since our founding in 1962. This year alone, we will award almost $8.2 million to over 2,300 county students. We are especially proud to be helping students and families as our community recovers from the COVID crisis. The Scholarship Foundation also provides free financial aid advising services. We could not do what we do without generous support from the community, including everyone with us today. On behalf of the Scholarship Foundation, a heartfelt thank you to each of you. I now have the pleasure of introducing today's student speaker. Alex Elliott is majoring in biomedical engineering at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, where he will be a senior in the fall. As you'll hear, he's an exceedingly impressive young man. Please join me now in welcoming Alex Elliott.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex Elliott, and I am a third-year student at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. It is an honor to be speaking to you. I am a beneficiary of this event, so I would like to tell you about my educational journey and how your support has helped me. I grew up in Solvang and began to develop a passion for science and mathematics while in 6th grade. At the time, I was just beginning to learn algebra, and then my class went on a field trip to the California Institute of Technology in Los Angeles. When we toured the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, it was then I knew I wanted to become an engineer. Little did I know I would end up doing a great deal of math in the future. My desire to become an engineer continued into high school, where I pursued various STEM classes and student leadership positions. As the reality of attending a university grew near, I struggled to find a type of engineering that suited me. Due to my personal philosophy of wanting to make a positive difference, I deeply considered in becoming a doctor instead. However, I was able to find the perfect combination of the two in biomedical engineering. The engineering part of the major has allowed me to utilize my passion for math and designing new technology, while I'm still able to help people. Cal Poly has been a great experience so far, and its learn by doing approach to teaching has allowed me to work with my peers in real-world situations. In the early spring of 2020, when the United States was first realizing the potential dangers of the coronavirus, my biomedical engineering design class was tasked with conceptualizing and designing a product that would be useful during the quarantine and shelter-in-place orders. My group prototyped a sanitization system for a stylus commonly found on credit card machines and made a model of it using CAD software. Even though this process was entirely virtual, I really enjoyed being able to work on a pressing real-world problem with all my classmates. All of the innovation and collaboration I've witnessed during the pandemic has made me proud to be an engineer, adding to my confidence that I chose the right major. I believe the world needs creative and dedicated thinkers in order to overcome global disasters and the many challenges confronting humanity. The effects of COVID-19 have made me realize I'm about to enter a very essential field of work. After I graduate, I see myself working with medical devices or in regenerative medicine, although that could change. Throughout my educational journey, I have been supported and helped by many people, including some of you attending today. I would like to extend my gratitude to the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara and to the generous sponsors who support the South Coast Business and Technology Fund, from which I was awarded a scholarship this academic year. The financial assistance I have received has allowed me to comfortably work part-time through college and focus on completing my degree. Thank you all for your support and for the privilege of addressing you today.
Thank you for that, Alex. What an inspiring example of the good work we're doing through the South Coast Business and Technology Awards. We would now like to continue our award program. Please welcome Vince Caballero of Union Bank.
Good evening. My name is Vince Caballero, and I am the Santa Barbara County Region Manager for Union Bank. Union Bank has more than a 150-year heritage of reinvesting in the communities where we operate. We are committed to helping individuals, organizations, and communities achieve their financial goals and thrive by providing the right financial tools, lending our support to meet the diverse needs of those we serve. With each action, we seek to foster long-term relationships, build on honesty, mutual understanding, and the passion for doing what's right. In short, we believe in living our values. Disasters and the displacement and suffering that invariably follow in their wake remain grim realities in today's world. They strike indiscriminately and often without warning, regardless of geography or social circumstances. One organization has set the gold standard for responding to humanitarian crises and natural disasters the world over. It is my great pleasure to announce this year's Excellence in Service honoree, Direct Relief. The Excellence in Service Award is given to a business or nonprofit organization that has consistently provided outstanding customer and community service. Honorees in this category have leadership teams that are committed to the innovation and creative problem solving and embrace public service as a fundamental value. Direct Relief is the clear embodiment of these qualities. Active in all 50 states and more than 90 countries, Direct Relief is committed to improving the health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics, religion, or their ability to pay. In recent years, the organization's humanitarian efforts have included targeted responses to the unprecedented wildfires in California and Australia, earthquakes in Indonesia and Puerto Rico, hurricanes in the Bahamas and on the Gulf Coast, and of course, the coronavirus pandemic. In addition to devastating disease outbreaks, famine, and war in other parts of the world, Direct Relief began with one man's determined humanitarian efforts. In 1948, financier William Zimden began sending thousands of parcels containing food, clothing, and medicines to relatives, friends, and former employees who were rebuilding their lives in the aftermath of World War II. The organization has since grown to provide donations of prescription medicines for use domestically and abroad as a licensed wholesale pharmacy, financial support for frontline healthcare facilities, serving underserved communities, and a range of medical products developed in consultation with leading experts. True to this tradition, Direct Relief has led the way in the global response to COVID-19, shipping more than $1 billion in medical aid to over 90 countries, including millions of respirator masks, gowns, gloves, face shields, and other protective gear, as well as critically important ICU medications and supplies. The organization has also played a key role in vaccination distribution efforts and has provided safety net health facilities in 54 U.S. states and territories with more than $35 million in direct financial assistance. Since March, Direct Relief has partnered with Santa Barbara neighborhood clinics to distribute vaccines to underserved people in our community. Direct Relief is renowned for its partnership with national companies and organizations, ensuring efficiency and transparency. More than 200 healthcare manufacturers and other corporations in the sector ranging from technology to transportation provided over 91% of Direct Relief's total support of nearly $2 billion in the fiscal year 2020. Through its ongoing partnerships with a number of these supporters, including the NBA, Direct Relief has raised millions of dollars in support of the Fund for Health Equity to provide essential general support to communities, organizations, and individuals that are part of the health ecosystem in underserved areas. Completed in 2019, the organization's new facility serves as both its headquarters and the largest distribution hub for humanitarian medical aid in the United States. I know I speak for the entire community when I offer my sincere gratitude for Direct Relief's truly impactful and invaluable work throughout Santa Barbara and around the world. Please join me in congratulating Direct Relief, recipient of the 2020-2021 Excellence in Service Award.
Thank you to everyone involved in the SCBT Awards program. It's an honor for Direct Relief to receive this wonderful recognition tonight. It's a privilege for me to accept it on behalf of everyone who's part of Direct Relief, from the board of directors, who are volunteers all, to the 103 colleagues of mine who work at the facility out there near the airport, and really the thousands of people, tens of thousands of people who participate in ways big and small and are part of Direct Relief. To be honored with the Excellence in Service Award is a wonderful thing, and I cannot thank you enough, particularly in this year where we've all been through. I think among the lessons that I guess we'll learn from COVID is that service and public service is not the purview of people who work in government. It's something that each one of us can do. I think I've seen your other awardees embody that, some of whom I know, and congratulations to them as well. But for Direct Relief to be in a position to serve during this historic time where we're in uncharted waters and there's no playbook to pull out to follow. I think all of us have had to revert back to the first principles and what you learn in the second grade. Help the people who need help, do it with love in your heart, and if you're using people's money, do it as efficiently as possible. I think the Scholarship Foundation embodies that, and I'm delighted that they're the beneficiaries of the South Coast Business and Technology Award. They're an example of service that's pure, that's local, that's committed and passionate. I think that's something that Direct Relief aspires to do every day. To be recognized for service, it's interesting because it's our job to provide service. And what's been inspiring to me over the past 500 days since COVID really became the central focal point for Direct Relief is the service of people whose job doesn't involve service. It involves other things. And amidst all the personal and social and economic crises that we've all gone through, To see people step up and serve has been a deeply inspiring thing for me. So it's with deep gratitude, congratulations to the other winners, and thanks for the service of our board of directors, and on behalf of everyone who works at Direct Relief, thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Rick Tico, and I serve as Executive Director for Central Coast Middle Market and Commercial Banking at JPMorgan Chase. At JPMorgan Chase, we celebrate success, whether on the part of our clients or in the wider community. We understand that prosperity begets prosperity in our increasingly interconnected world. We serve millions of consumers, small businesses, and many of the world's most prominent corporate, institutional, and government clients in more than 100 countries, and pride ourselves on exceptional client service, operational excellence, and demonstrating integrity, fairness, and responsibility in all that we do. On behalf of JPMorgan Chase, I am honored to present the 2020-2021 Entrepreneur of the Year Award to James Rogers of Appeal Sciences. The Entrepreneur of the Year Award is given to an individual or individuals who have made a career of successful endeavors by founding, building, and leading profitable and dynamic businesses. Entrepreneurs of the Year inspire others with their vision, leadership, and achievement, and demonstrate extraordinary success in business or technological innovation while exhibiting high ethical standards. James Rogers' improbable turn as an entrepreneur began with a simple question. How was it, he wondered, that hunger remained such a widespread problem when the world was clearly producing an abundance of food? At the time, James was a doctoral candidate in materials science at UCSB, and while his studies mostly concerned solar power, the question came to haunt him, and he ultimately turned his attention to food research. The culprit, he quickly grasped, is spoilage, the inevitable rotting of fruits and vegetables once harvested. Why do some fruits and vegetables rot faster than others, though? Putting his materials training to good use, James discovered that the molecular arrangement unique to each fruit variety's exterior, or skin, determined the rate of decay, an insight that led to the idea of harnessing natural processes to preserve produce. Founded in 2012 with a $100,000 grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, James's company, Appeal Sciences, set to work creating an entirely new product, a protective coating made from edible plant materials that could be applied to fruit and vegetables to extend their shelf life. He was all of 27 years old at the time and had been a student all his life. 9 years on and more than $380 million in funding later, Appeal Sciences is now valued at more than $1 billion, having developed products for dozens of organic and conventional produce categories. Today, Appeal treated avocados, limes, apples, and cucumbers are available in some of the largest grocery chains in the United States and Europe, and the company has plans to expand into markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. James and his pioneering work have been the subject of high-profile coverage on CNN and the Wall Street Journal and numerous other major media outlets. Appeal Sciences is no doubt a familiar name to many of you, and the company was among the inaugural class of Rising Star honorees recognized as part of the 2019 South Coast Business and Technology Awards. Please join me in congratulating James Rogers, richly deserving recipient of the 2020-2021 Entrepreneur of the Year Award.
It's such an honor to be awarded the Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And when I first moved to Santa Barbara 14 years ago, I had to say that this would be the farthest thing that I could possibly imagine to be standing on a virtual stage talking about. But I got on a plane for the first time in a year a few weeks ago. And it was one of these really special moments where I felt like a kid kind of peering out the window of the airplane. And as we were arriving back in Santa Barbara, I was looking out the window and kind of marveling at the number of places and memories that have happened over the last 14 years. I saw the home where Appeal got its first check from an angel investor. I saw the garage that the business was started in. I saw the university where I spent 6.5 years of my life, and I saw the house where the first idea of Appeal came up, and then I saw the home where Jenny and I worked out of the garage for over a year before launching the business. I'm reminded, receiving this award of, I was asked for a quote recently of something that was a quote that stood out to me. And the quote that came up immediately was, "One does not discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of shore for a very long time." And I have to say that is so representative of the journey that I felt, and I'm sure that the team has felt through the last years of building this company. And what a wonderful place to be aboard a boat in Santa Barbara. And I can't think of another place on the planet where the worlds of agriculture, science, and pop culture intersect so naturally in a way that we maybe couldn't have built this in any other place. And so it's with great honor that I accept this award for Entrepreneur of the Year, and I'm incredibly proud of the community that we live and work in. So thank you.
Good evening. I'm Dana McGrew, partner at Bartlett Pringle & Wolf. I'm very pleased to present the 2020-2021 Company of the Year Award. Bartlett Pringle & Wolf is the Central Coast's largest accounting and consulting firm, with over 70 professionals who service high net worth individuals as well as businesses. Our firm is a trusted advisor to many of the Tri-County area's most successful and reputable individuals, businesses, and nonprofit organizations. While our core market remains in the hometown of Santa Barbara, Bartlett Pringle & Wolf continues to grow along with the community and the needs of our clients, and we now provide a variety of services along the Central and South Coast. Moreover, our audit department provides services to businesses statewide, and our consulting team offers implementation and support services to credit unions across the country. Through our affiliation with consulting firm RSM US, we provide national and international tax and accounting solutions as well. We appreciate and salute individuals with fortitude and drive to create successful enterprises, as these are the lifeblood of our local business community. I am honored to present the 2020-2021 Company of the Year Award to Patricia Bragg Holdings. The Company of the Year Award is presented to a company that has achieved its objectives and is a market leader and has demonstrated profitability and growth. The members of the South Coast Business and Technology Steering Committee consider multiple factors when selecting Company of the Year, including product development, maturity of product or business, financial performance, and the impact on the Santa Barbara community. The story of Patricia Bragg Holdings begins with healthful living pioneer Paul C. Bragg, who founded one of the nation's first retailers to offer vitamins, minerals, health food, and non-commercial skincare products. Patricia Bragg became the company's driving force in the mid-1950s, establishing Bragg Live Food Products as a leader and innovator in the burgeoning health and wellness sector. Today, the storied Bragg brand commands a highly loyal, multi-generational following. The company's current offerings include its signature apple cider vinegar, among other organic products. In recent decades, Patricia has become an icon of the personal wellness movement, promoting healthful living and eating on radio and television, and serving as a health consultant and inspiration to many Hollywood stars. Although Patricia chose to release Bragg Live Food Products to a group of investors in 2019, she remains a potent force for good in our community and beyond. Her newly founded Patricia and Paul Bragg Health Foundation increasingly supports health, nutrition, and wellness education, school programs, and environmental, food insecurity, COVID relief, and animal causes. Each year, Patricia personally oversees the donation of thousands of pounds of organic apples to school lunch programs, the Food Bank of Santa Barbara County, Unity Shop, and many other local programs helping to distribute food. Her base of operations remains the singular Bragg Organic Farm, a stunning 110-acre expanse of orchards, flowers, and manicured gardens in Goleta. Congratulations to Patricia Bragg Holdings, recipient of the 2020-2021 Company of the Year Award.
Hi, my name is Leslie Tippett, and I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of Patricia Bragg Holdings. I've known and worked with Patricia for 21 years, and although she's unable to be here today, Patricia wants you all to know how much she appreciates this great honor. Paul and Patricia Bragg began a mission decades ago to help people live more productive and healthy lives. It remains Patricia's mission to this day. Everyone who has ever met Patricia has a story about how she's impacted their lives. She's never been shy about telling people how they can improve their health. And it wasn't always what people wanted to hear, but somehow she manages to reach them and persuade them to make changes in their lives for the better. She is a firecracker and as devoted to her life's work as ever. Patricia is a unique person, so much so that I find myself struggling to even do her legacy and her personality justice. But I can say this much, she is a blessing to the Santa Barbara community and everything that makes it special. So on behalf of Patricia Bragg and the entire team at Patricia Bragg Holdings, thank you so much for this award.
Hello, my name is George Leese, and I have the privilege of serving as the President and Chief Operating Officer at Montecito Bank and Trust. Since opening our doors on Coast Village Road 46 years ago, our mission has remained clear: to make the communities we serve better places to live and work. Today, as the largest, oldest, locally owned community bank on the Central Coast, we continue to live our mission by doing the work of a community bank each day. We gather local deposits, lend them back into the communities to promote the region's economic vitality, and then we reinvest some of those corporate profits back in the form of donations to the communities we serve. Giving back to the communities that support us has also helped us build an enduring culture of commitment to excellence in service at our bank, motivated to find the most innovative solutions for our customers and community. It is my great pleasure to present the 2020-2021 Executive of the Year Award to a business leader who has set a new standard for success in our community. In her distinctively energetic way, Sherry Villanueva has shown us that tenacity, vision, and compassion are worthy watchwords in both good times and bad. The Executive of the Year Award is presented to an outstanding senior executive who has a passion for working with the local community, has increased the profitability of his or her company, and has demonstrated notable leadership skills. One would be hard-pressed to find an individual who better fits this description than Sherry Villanueva. As managing partner and owner of Acme Hospitality, Sherry oversees an innovative collection of boutique food and beverage concepts in and around Santa Barbara's Funk Zone. Most recently, the company reimagined the city's venerable Paradise Cafe, reviving the location's original La Paloma Cafe name. Sherry also recently completed renovation of the Holbrook and National Exchange hotels, a pair of historical landmarks dating back to the mid-19th century in California's Nevada County. As was the case with food service companies worldwide, the COVID crisis tested Acme and Sherry like never before. Within 24 hours of the initial lockdown order in March 2020, she ordered the mobilization of a free food pantry for her newly jobless employees and shifted operations to prepare ready-to-eat meals for distribution to the wider community through Food Bank and SB Act. At her direction, the company also established an emergency grant program for severely affected workers and organized a Christmas gift drive for local families. Today, Acme is fast regaining its footing, thanks in no small part to Sherry's determination and her grace under fire. Since launching Acme Hospitality in 2013, Sherry has received numerous honors, including Innovator of the Year from the National Association of Women Business Owners in 2015, a Spirit of Entrepreneurship Award in 2016, and the Santa Barbara County Woman of the Year in 2017. Acme Hospitality was named Large Business of the Year for 2018 by the Santa Barbara Chamber of Commerce. In addition to serving as a founding board member of Community Action Fund for Women in Africa, Sherry has held board positions with Storytellers Children's Center, Direct Relief, Santa Barbara Middle School, and the Foundation for Santa Barbara High School. Her family's charitable efforts have included more than 30 service trips to places in Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Bolivia, and Zambia. Food Bank of Santa Barbara County named Sherry a 2015 Table of Life honoree in recognition of her work to combat hunger in our community. I am so honored to present the 2020-2021 SCBT Executive of the Year Award to my dear friend, Sherry Villanueva.
I'm deeply humbled by this award, and I share it with everyone in my Acme Hospitality family. There are many people throughout Santa Barbara that I admire for their professional, civic, and community contributions, and I'm truly honored to be here among so many of you today. One of the many things I've learned over the last year is that in order for non-restaurant people to understand why we would enter a fragile business so fraught with peril, they also have to understand our love of it. There is something intangible that seeps its way into your heart and soul, an intimacy you form with complete strangers through the simple act of caring for them over good food and conversation. Chef Amanda Cohen was recently quoted as saying, "If a kitchen is the heart of the home, then restaurants are the heart of a city." This was never more true than in 2020. I've always led with my heart, mostly because I don't know any other way. When I was forced to lay off all 350 of our employees in March of last year, it felt as if my heart had broken into 1,000 tiny pieces. I ached for them, and I shared in their fear and uncertainty of our future. But I also witnessed firsthand the most inspiring acts of generosity, from furloughed workers volunteering at our free grocery pantry, to the extraordinary financial support from a local family, some of our regular guests, that saw us through the darkest of times. I want to thank my two right-hand men, Treg Finney and Skylar Gamble, for their tireless efforts to care for our team, our businesses, and our community. Thank you to all of our dedicated employees who bravely and graciously showed up for our guests. I would also like to thank my husband Jim for his unconditional love and support, and our daughters Annie and Katie for their patience and understanding when their mom was completely buried. And to the South Coast Business and Technology Awards Committee, thank you from the bottom of my heart for this recognition.
Good evening. My name is Richard Yao, and I'm the interim president of California State University, Channel Islands. And CSU Channel Islands embraces a commitment to access, inclusivity, and academic excellence. And we're dedicated to serving a largely first-generation, underserved student population and providing access to the transformative power of higher education throughout our region. And in Santa Barbara, we've accomplished this through partnerships with Santa Barbara City College, Santa Barbara Zoo, Channel Islands National Park, our research station on Santa Rosa Island, and in partnership with Cottage Health Systems to provide local students with 4-year nursing degrees right here in Santa Barbara. We also offer a Santa Barbara-based accredited MBA program, which provides real-world experiences that teach students how to develop innovative solutions to the complex issues faced in today's business world and exposes them to the international operating environment of business. As one of the nation's fastest growing universities, Cal State Channel Islands is an innovative, educational, and economic force in Southern California. And just by being here, you're joining us in our pursuit to transform lives through the power of higher education. Now I'm honored to present the final award of the evening to an individual who is truly a trailblazer in his field as both a researcher and a highly successful entrepreneur. Electrical engineer Bill Parrish has contributed immeasurably to the design and development of thermal imaging technology and its industrial applications worldwide. Pioneer of the Year Award is given to an individual who has shown outstanding leadership or innovation in our business or technology community over a long period of time. And true to this description, Bill is a luminary in the field of thermal imaging, having pioneered infrared technology for a broad array of industries since the early 1980s. Many of the advances he has spearheaded over the course of his career have now become standard design practices throughout today's infrared sector. And Bill's high-tech journey began in the mid-1970s. After earning bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in electrical engineering at UCSB, he worked to develop new infrared detection concepts at Hughes Aircraft before founding Amber Engineering, which focused on commercializing advanced military infrared technology. Bill steered Amber as CEO for its first 4 years and served as chairman until the company was acquired by Raytheon in 1992. And Amber was unique in that it was bootstrap finance from profit on revenue throughout its history. Bill next founded Indigo Systems, which he led through a period of extraordinary growth, again without external funding, from 1996 to 2001. Indigo Systems became a leader in commercial infrared technology, growing from revenue of $800,000 in its first year to more than $75 million just 6 years later. The rapid success led to Indigo being recognized as one of Deloitte's Fast 50 in 2002 and again in 2003 after being named SCBT Company of the Year in 2001. Bill remained chairman of Indigo's board until the company was acquired by FLIR Systems in January 2004. Tyrian Systems, now Seek Thermal, which Bill founded in 2012, specializes in low-cost infrared camera cores for consumer, commercial, and industrial uses. Seek introduced its first products in the fall of 2014, and in 2019 was named Santa Barbara's best tech startup by the Tech Tribune. Among his many accolades, Bill was named SCBT Entrepreneur of the Year in 2002. Dedicated supporters of the local athletic community, Bill and his wife Christy spearheaded fundraising for and generously contributed to the construction of new swimming pools at area high schools. In 2012, they were inducted into the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable Hall of Fame. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Bill Parrish, recipient of the 2020-2021 SCBT Pioneer Award.
It was 2002 when I first heard about the South Coast Business and Technology Awards. At the presentations, I marveled at all that year's award recipients. And standing here today, 19 years later, I'm still in awe of the amazing people and some absolutely phenomenal scientists. My favorite has to be Mike Fow. You see, Mike and I played together on adult soccer league team 30 years ago. Little do we know what the future had in store. I love engineering. As a child, I took great interest in the power of the electron. Then was the new age of the transistor. Tubes were soon to be strictly for TVs and audiophiles. But it wasn't until reaching UCSB that I gained sufficient math and technical skills to really do much other than copy circuits out of a hobby magazine. I can't say enough about how grateful I am for the education. UCSB and my professors changed my life. My day job is still engineering. Why? Well, that was explained to me by an exceptionally talented Japanese foreign exchange student living with us while trying to learn enough English to pass the SAT exam so she could accept a swimming scholarship to USC. Early one morning, taking her to the daily pre-dawn swim workout, I asked, "Suzu, why do you swim?" Her answer came in perfect English. "It is what I do of merit." For me, that's engineering. It's being creative. It's the design challenge that defines who I am. So if I was to say anything in reflection, do what you do best. Do what you do of merit. My loving appreciation goes to my wife, Christy, and our family. They have given so much for me to be able to accept this honor. Thank you to the Scholarship Foundation for all the great work you do. For almost all the world's woes, education is the answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, and congratulations to all of our honorees. We have so enjoyed celebrating you today. And as Janet and Christy mentioned earlier, proceeds from the South Coast Business and Technology Awards fund scholarships that are administered by the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara. It is my pleasure to share this powerful reminder of the Scholarship Foundation's far-reaching impact in our community.
I had actually been home that weekend for my birthday, and I had just spent the day in LA with my dad, and I had just gotten back to Riverside. Actually, I just put my bags down and was making dinner, and I received a call. My parents walk our dog Harlem every night, and on February 9th, they went and took him for a walk down Cathedral Oaks like they did every night, and a drunk driver hit them while they were walking, and they both passed that night. My dad is actually a big part of why I want to go into higher education and helping diversify the people who are able to go through college and graduate from college.
My scholarship from the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara was more than simply the means, the money. Of course, that was needed. In addition, it was really that my community believed in me. I was fortunate to have a position in Santa Barbara where I taught elementary school for 27 years locally here in our community. And now my story is full circle, to come back and be able to give back to the very organization that believed in me.
My parents, they both led very hardworking lives even as children when they were in Mexico, and then when they came to the US, they both began by working in the fields. The influence my parents have had on me has mainly been to always put 100% of my effort into my schoolwork, into whatever I desired to do. In addition to that, they have always implemented and told us that we should always try to do something that helps other people, which is part of the reason why I chose the career that I did. As kind of my life progressed and my parents went through medical conditions and medical difficulties, I saw the nurses and realized that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people in some of their most difficult times when they're struggling with their health. I think in certain years of high school, I felt like I might not belong on a college campus, and receiving that aid kind of gave me that push, like, oh, somebody believes in me. Somebody thinks that I have the potential to get a college degree, so it meant a lot to me. And you know, we were always taught to be kind of humble people, but I've kind of seen them kind of be very proud and just openly proud and tell people like, oh, my daughter graduated college and she's a nurse now, so I think they're very proud.
As co-chair of the South Coast Business and Technology Awards, I can tell you that the Scholarship Foundation and the work the foundation is doing in our community is so important to our business community, really helping support our students who will one day become our employees and our small business owners and our entrepreneurs. Like so many of our students say, receiving a scholarship from the foundation just is such a vote of confidence from the community, and it means so much, sort of a validation of how hard you've worked in high school and really that you're going places and your community believes in you and supports you and wants to help get you there.
I moved a lot throughout the first years here in the United States, as my parents were very unstable financially. When they came to the U.S., they worked in picking strawberries. They would take me work with them on summers and weekends and pick strawberries. I respect the people who do that kind of work. They showed me to work hard and be dedicated and be kind to others. My military experience as an 18-year-old impacted my life a lot, opened my mind to different things, and I knew that at one point I wanted to go back to continue my education. Receiving the scholarship to me meant just not the money, it meant that I was able to continue my dreams. Growing up, I never experienced or thought that I would be working where I'm at right now, that I could have the full experience of a college student. It has impacted my life to where I'm at. It has given me the opportunity to be where I'm at through education, and learning and growing your mind and seeing things in a different perspective.
So my family's been in Santa Barbara for a long time, actually. My parents went to UCSB together, and that's where they met. My mom was a teacher, and then my dad started the Enterprise Fish Company with his college roommate. So I decided I wanted to do oncology in my 4th year of med school. One of the things that I love about oncology is that you do something that is very meaningful, and I find that very motivating. And you do something that's intellectually engaging and challenging. And so I really enjoy my day-to-day work, and I'm very happy to be an oncologist. The scholarship funding that I got changed everything, because I didn't graduate from med school with $300,000 in debt, and that changes what you can do with your life. Amongst other things, it means that I can move to Santa Barbara and have my own family here. In addition to me, there are at least 2 other doctors who work at the Cancer Center who I know have had support from the Scholarship Foundation. I suspect that all 3 of us are back here in large part because of the scholarships we received. Thank you very much to the donors who make this possible. Many of us would not be where we are without the people who have helped get us here.
To the donors of the Scholarship Foundation, I just want to say thank you. You have impacted my life. You have impacted hundreds of students' lives and enabling them to continue pursuing their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you to the donors who make the scholarships possible.
Thank you for supporting and believing in all of our young people here in Santa Barbara.
I would like to say thank you so much to the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara and the advisors and the donors, just because they saw potential in me, and I don't think I always saw that in myself.
On behalf of all of us at the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara, a heartfelt thank you for all that you do for our students, families in our community.
What a moving testament to the Scholarship Foundation's impactful efforts throughout Santa Barbara County. We hope you enjoyed the 2021 South Coast Business and Technology Awards. Our thanks once more to John Palmentary for his stirring introductory remarks. Thanks as well to Lure Digital for their outstanding work on this event. And on behalf of Kirsten McLaughlin and the entire South Coast Business and Technology Committee, many thanks once again to all of you for your continued support of this event and the Scholarship Foundation of Santa Barbara. Have a wonderful evening.